Kate solely just in case you are not familiar with me. And so, guys, it's the first time this here to do a live stream. But in everything, you have to start somewhere. So, guys, welcome to this channel. If you are very new, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, guys. And so, guys, I'm here today because many people have been asking me so many questions about Australia. And yes, so today I just want to answer a question. That is number one. I've been getting it from social media every time I do my stuff on social media. So people are asking, how is life in Australia? Wow. Do you guys get challenges or is just a smooth life? And many people are like, we know there's money there, that concept of there's money there. Let me break this into some parts, like in detail, so you may understand what we go through, all the challenges that you go through when you go to upload to sorry when you go to abroad and you are new there. All right, so many challenges, you will find challenges there. So this, I'm talking about me, okay, not any other person, because you guys have been asking questions to me, not other people, because every person got their own challenges once they arrive or get to any country that is over, like abroad. So this question of how is life in abroad or in Australia is not smooth. All right, we got challenges. So number one challenge that I got when I arrived here in Australia is isolation. Okay, and that one will come fast because you know nobody. All right, maybe the person who brought you there, or maybe one or two or people, but because this country everybody is busy, you are like everybody is, time here matters a lot, so you'll not have enough time to socialize with people, and this will be um half effect on you, like you'll have to get in a state that you start being stressed up. Sometimes you can be depressed because you don't know, hey, where will you go, where will you go, umefika tu ndio umefika. So that's a challenge number one, isolation. So another challenge is number two, and that is a car. So here in Australia, thank you. Somebody has just joined me. Thank you so much. So another challenge that you will find is like you will have, you need to have a car. So a car here is like is a necessity. It's not a fashion. It's not something that like in Africa, we have these kind of people who have cars, they are, big people, Now, in here, you have to have a car. This will help you move around, and that will make you feel like you got a freedom, because if you don't have a car, you don't know how you're gonna move or maneuver yourself to, places, like, so you need to have a car. So if you don't have a car, it's a challenge. When I arrived here, I didn't know how to drive a car. I didn't have any car. So to me, I was stuck in the house. Okay? Ni kukaa tu kwa nyumba, because where will you go? Okay. Challenge number three. I came here with the kids. So many people think that when I came here, I was a student. No, I didn't come here as a student because many people come here in Australia. Like it's like the only pathway you have to come in Australia is through student visa, or maybe what other visa, like being sponsored. I don't know much about visas, but most of the people come in here through student visa. So to me, I didn't come with a student visa. Correct that. I didn't come. So when you're asking me question about students, I didn't come here as a student. I just got married and I followed my spouse. So I came here with a spouse visa. Okay? You can go search and find so many visas that you can find in the Google that you can apply, because I don't know much about visas. Mi nilifanya kuletwa sawa sawa. So I came with a spouse visa and I came with kids. So I got stuck in the house because I have kids. I'm not working at the same time, so my husband, my partner, is the person who is working and providing for us. So for him is a challenge too, because here is another body. Tumemwongezea sasa, tuko wengi, si tukaingia. So it's a challenge that we had at first, not now, because now we had to push everything and I had to get out of the house. So that's a lot challenge that when I got here in Australia, I had no car, nimefika, siwezi toka kwa nyumba, niko na watoto, I know nobody. My mom, I've left my mom in Africa, no one who I can tell, can you check for my kids? Niko peke yangu. So if I'm not checking my kids, my partner is the one who will be checking the kids. So it's kind of difficult because for me, now you see I'm stuck in the house. Kids are too young. I can't start going to school immediately because here umefungwa na watoto. Unaona? So it's a challenge that I went through, a difficult one, and it becomes difficult when life here is very expensive. For those who are in Australia, they know life here is very expensive. You have to push yourself. For those people who think that when you get in Australia, life is so smooth, it's like you go to the trees and try to get money from the trees, that mentality is so bad. Here you have to push yourself 2 times more kuliko vile ulikuwa Africa. Push yourself, because here people can work like they have 2 jobs. Ukiwa Africa, many people hata wajui how you can work two jobs. Huku watu wako na jobs like 2, unaona. So because life here is expensive, it is very expensive. So that's a challenge I went through. So life here is not that smooth, and that's what I can tell you. And again, school fees here, sorry, school fees here, and nimekosa earphone, but I'm sorry, I'll get as we go on with the videos. Welcome, thank you so much. So where was I? Another challenge is about the school. So if you come here in Australia and you are not a citizen, now leave a citizen, not leave a lot being a citizen. Now being ndio umeingia, you don't have a visa permanent, okay? Now umeingia na kids. Life becomes even more tough because these kids have to go to school. And the payment of your child is different from a person who is a permanent resident or a citizen. So you are paying school fees is more than any other person who is a citizen or a permanent resident. Okay, so maisha huku ni ngumu, sio rahisi vile watu wanafikirianga. And then at the same time, pia a challenge ingine ni pia vile unaingia huku inafika mahali, wow, life is really tough. Inafika mahali you don't know where to start. You don't know where you are. Different culture, different lifestyle. Oh my God. It's crazy when you get in here. But at the same time, you need patience, you need God, and you need, be that person who is like focused, what brought you here. Because unless utarudi kwenu, is either utarudi kwenu ukiwa mgonjwa ama utarudi kwenu ukiwa mzima. Because here huku isi mchezo is not easy. It's a big challenge, okay? So those people who have been asking me questions about how life is here in Australia, let me address this once and for all. It's not easy. For students, it's not easy because you have to get in here, make money, pay your school fees, and pay bills. And these two things works with the time. So I never came here as a student. I just wanted to address this because I never came here as a student. I came here with a spouse visa. Okay, and this one as a challenge too. I came with my kids, and we had to start somewhere. So every person gets in the country or in Australia with their different way. Hakuna mtu atawahi kuambia hivi ndio niliingia, na tuache kuchochana huku kwa social media, kwa sababu watu watakuambia niliingia, unajua niliingia Australia. Okay, which path? How did you get there? Unaona, because kimasomo watu wanasoma tofauti. People wanna take different studies, and your study inaweza kuwa ama what you've learned in Africa or what you want to pursue in Australia may be different from any other person. Unaona, a nurse is very different from electrician. So when you are telling this person who is an electrician, I go to Australia when I was as a nurse, and you come in Australia when you are an electrician. Now you see these are two people who are different, okay? They are very different, so kuingia huku ni ngumu. Tuache kuchochana kwa sababu pale kwa home affairs is difficult, very very difficult. All right, so I won't tell you that it is easy. I won't tell you that it is not easy. It will depend on what you took or what you may study. What did you study there, and what do you want to pursue, and what are your goals? Everybody has their goals, So for me, I came here with a spouse visa. That's what I wanted to address. And for today, guys, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing live videos, whether they are good or bad. I'll make sure you see this face until you get used to it, okay? So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Go there on the messages, write something I will address, because I know many people are like, how did you arrive there? How did you arrive? But anyways, here we are. So question imejibiwa. Is the question answered? Nimejibu bali niweza kujibu kwa sababu I don't know how else I can answer you, because watu wanaingia huku in different ways. Na ukiingia kwa social media, watu wanakuambia it's so easy, watu wanakuambia you can do this. They are misleading others, misleading others. Kwa sababu wewe ushafika, unafikiri mwenzako mwenye ako huko nje ataingia aje? It is very hard. It is very hard. So that's how I got here. Hope umenielewa vizuri. Kama kuna mahali hujanielewa, make sure that you ask me any kind of question, And I love you so much. Bye bye. See ya.